Yo, wake up! It's Sunday, and you know what time it is. Sunday! Smack ho! OG Diamond Dave in the booth. Bam Bam Tendo free in the zone. We break it all down. Smack talk, smack talk, smack talk, smack talk. Sunday, roll that tape. We fire it up, we don't hit no breaks. Boot it up, watch the crew all sway. It's smack talk, baby, every Sunday. Smack talk Sunday, roll that tape. We fire it up, we don't hit no breaks. Boot it up, watch the crew all sway. It's smack talk, baby, every Sunday. I'm Dave on the mic, we breaking it down. Bam Bam right there, laying stats all around. NFL picks, yo, we chasing that win. Fantasy football, where do we begin? Prop bets hitting, over-unders in sight. Stacking them racks, man, we try every night. Chat's going wild, throwing takes in the zone. On Sunday Smack Talk, you're never alone. Go! Smack Talk Sunday, roll that tape. We fire it up, we don't hit no breaks. Boot it up, watch the crew all sway. It's Smack Talk, baby, every Sunday. Smack Talk Sunday, roll that tape. We fire it up, we don't hit no breaks. Boot it up, watch the crew all sway. It's Smack Talk, baby, every Sunday. Smack Talk Sunday, money talk day. Smack Talk Sunday, rack it up day. Smack Talk Sunday, money talk day. Smack Talk Sunday, rack it up all day. Bam Bam with the lines, Dave got the takes, breaking down spreads, over-unders and stakes, fantasy fever, we chasing that crown in the red zone now, never backing down, racks on racks, we be laughing out loud, win or lose, we still hype up the crowd, this ain't luck, it's the vibe we command, Sunday Smack Talk, mic in hand. Smack Talk Sunday, roll that tape, we fire it up, we don't hit no breaks, boot it up, watch the crew all sway, it's Smack Talk, baby, every Sunday. Smack Talk Sunday, roll that tape, we fire it up, we don't hit no breaks, boot it up, watch the crew all sway, it's Smack Talk, baby, every Sunday. Streams loaded, grab your snacks, place those bets, set those stacks, the Smack Talk starts in 3, 2, 1, SST, 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 SST. Yo, wake up! It's Sunday, and you know what time it is. Sunday! Smack ho! OG Diamond Dave in the booth. Bam Bam Tendo free in the zone. We break it all down. Smack talk, smack talk, smack talk, smack talk. Sunday, roll that tape. We fire it up, we don't hit no breaks. Boot it up, watch the crew all sway. It's Smack Talk, baby, every Sunday. Smack Talk Sunday, roll that tape. We fire it up, we don't hit no breaks. Boot it up, watch the crew all sway. It's Smack Talk, baby, every Sunday. I'm Dave on the mic, we breaking it down. Bam Bam right there, laying stats all around. NFL picks, yo, we chasing that win. Fantasy football, where do we begin? Prop bets hitting, over-unders in sight. Stacking them racks, man, we try every night. Chat's going wild, throwing takes in the zone. On Sunday Smack Talk, you're never alone. Go! Smack Talk Sunday, roll that tape. We fire it up, we don't hit no breaks. Boot it up, watch the crew all sway. It's Smack Talk, baby, every Sunday. Smack Talk Sunday, roll that tape. We fire it up, we don't hit no breaks. Boot it up, watch the crew all sway. It's Smack Talk, baby, every Sunday. Smack Talk
Good morning. Good
Oh
afternoon.
man, that was a
Good
great way to
evening.
start the show. That was good.
It was fantastic. It was fantastic. Look at this. Look at this. The Kings in the North. I mean, look, got to give them their props, right? Congrats to your Bears, Herb. Congrats to your Bears. You guys
Yeah,
beat who
man.
was in front of you. Congrats. Like, you know what? I mean, is it? It does all hope die? I think all hope dies in the vine tonight. I mean,
Yeah. I
yeah, I
mean,
think they're gonna be. Oh shit! A real playoff team! Oh shit! Oh shit! What do we do? Ah! That's gonna be fucking the Bears fans tonight. Oh man, that's gonna be the Bears fans tonight. Be like, wow, we can't beat the San Francisco hospital players tonight. Oh my god, it's gonna be amazing. It's gonna be what a day, what a game it'll be tonight. We'll have to see. We'll have to see what happens with those Bears. Oh man. Hey, not my fault, Herb. Look. You can't be upset. You guys played the Raiders. Lots of wins that the Raiders have, right? Who else they played? The Saints. We just kind of looked at that, right? Like, I mean,
the
you can't.
Browns.
It's not your fault. It's not your fault. You didn't do it. You didn't make the schedule, Herb. You didn't do it. But look, you guys beat up high school team A, middle school team B. You know, they already beat them, Herb. They already beat us. They beat us last week. That's old news. Nobody cares about that. You know, we're 4 time in a row reigning division champion. I ain't got to worry about that. You guys should be excited. You know, you're in the playoffs the first time in fucking 30 years. You know, congratulations. You know, it's been since Jake Cutler. You know, congratulations. This is a moment for excitement. You got to the dance, and that's all that matters is that you got there. Whether you're one and done, that doesn't matter. You got there. You got there. You know, like great job. Excellent work. Good job. Good job. You know. Hey, you're right. You did.
Well,
You
what
did.
are we going?
You
What are
know.
we going to tell them when the injured? Because more than likely they're going to have the number 2 seed. So the injured Green Bay Packers will have to go, and then you beat a Jordan Loveless Green Bay Packers in the first round. Oh,
They're
you
not
beat
beat. They're
another
not beating
team.
the. Look, they're not beat. Like the game's the game's home field advantage for Green Bay, no matter what happens. Right? It's either going to be at their main home in Green Bay, which is probably unlikely at this point, right? Very unlikely. Very unlikely.
Yeah, it's not possible.
Or it's completely unlikely. Okay, gotcha. So then it'll be in
Yeah,
the vacation home. It'll be in Jordan Love's vacation home at Soldier Field. Like they
yeah.
want to get rid of that property so bad, they're willing to sell it and move to fucking Indiana to get out of the fucking house that the Packers own. Like that's what the Bears are doing here. We're talking about a team that wants to sell their own fucking stadium. Get the fuck out of town. Like they want to be gone. See ya. That's what the Bears get. Congratulations on making the playoffs. We're out of here. Off to Indiana. Indiana Bears. We love it. It's gonna be so good. So good. I couldn't imagine what it would be like to be living in Chicago right now and being like, yeah, I love our team. Pretty soon they're not going to be our team. They're right across the street though. They're right across the street. Can't wait for it. Can't wait for it. Oh man. I didn't realize that this was on the screen the whole time here. As I'm sitting here debating on what I get into from a fantasy football perspective here. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. I have to mark up what I had. I had Dallas. Super sorry about that, man. They don't even own that Chicago. Yeah, I know. It's just rhetoric, man. We're just blah 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 blah. I'm talking on my ass here. That's it. That's all I'm doing is talking on my ass. So I had all three of these away teams, and most of them did what I thought they were going to do. I also had the Chargers, but I did have the Baltimore Ravens.
Yeah,
We
so I
won't go
picked
over
that
that just
game.
yet.
I picked them on Tuesday like I normally do, and I
Oh
just
yeah, yeah.
forgot to go back and
Yep.
change because I didn't see because yesterday was full of entertainment, and I just didn't have time to remember to go change it. So
Gotcha. No, it makes sense. I actually chose the Ravens when I knew that they were like a must win in a game that probably doesn't matter. I was like, oh, the Ravens are a lock. It's a must win in a game where they think it's must win, but they forget that the Steelers are playing the Browns. So like
yeah,
now it's fitting that the Browns will be the team that eliminates the Ravens from the playoffs in that way, right? So I think
right.
that's kind of where my head went. It was like, oh, Baltimore's going to come out and absolutely dominate this game. Green Bay needs a loss. Like they need to kind of humble pie. You know, they got it. They needed it. They needed it. They were getting a little high there, but one of those things. What a wonderful, wacky start to the 5 games been played already. It's so weird that half the week is already over. And here we sit Sunday morning ready to talk about more football.
Yeah.
Let's talk about some wieners here. Let's see. Did we have any wieners? We got a couple wieners. Couple of wieners. So if you were here last week and you saw of my parlays of the week, this was one of them. I had James Cook at 80 plus. I had Bucky at 60 plus and Tony Pollard at 60 plus. Had them all. Had them all. Boom. Take it to the bank. That was wiener number one. But we showcased this one last week. Just want to let y'all know. This is it. This is it right here. We do this. Boom. Here we are. And then on Christmas Day itself, I had a feeling that Jake Ferguson was going to get involved early. So early, I said, you know what? He's scoring the first touchdown. It's going to be Jake Ferguson. And I was so confident, I bet a lofty $9.76. But hey, it paid out quite a bit. So I'll take it.
Yeah.
I'll take it. That's a 10Xer right there. Pretty simple and steadfast. And then the other one here. This is Herb. This is your fucking future, Herb. I want you to see this future, Herb, because you can basically run this shit back, okay? I probably, you know what? I am going to run this shit back. I am going to run it back. I'm going to run it with Caleb Williams throwing for 200 yards. I think that happens. Absolutely. I'm going to run that back.
Get back in the game.
Basically, yes. I'm also going to run with Third and Jennings, getting me 50 plus yards. Easy. So, Herb, if you'd like to make some money while your team suffers the wrath of Brock Purdy this week, this might be your actual bet that you put in right here. George Kittle getting in the end zone, take it to the bank. Purdy, 3+ touchdowns. I mean, he had that in the first fucking quarter against this red hot Colt defense at home. They were like, man, the Colts are going to shut him down. And Purdy came back and was like, hey, by the way, I'm still Brock Purdy. And there's a reason that they paid me $50+ million a year. And here, that's why. That's why. So weapons be damned. All the good things right there. This was a beautiful one. Spent all my fan cash that I've been saving, I guess, over the past couple of months with Fanatics and said, you know what? I'm so confident. I'm blowing all the fan cash on it. All of it. And we turned 50 into 800. 800. Not going to lie. The cash out on this one might have been taken in the first quarter because it got up to like 450. But it was all in fan cash. And I'm like, well, I'm not doing that. I'm not taking that. You know, I'm not going to do that. Not when we're so close to hitting. There's no way. And it paid off. So I'm red hot. Red hot. Other than, my shit ass Bucks. Outside of that, we're in a good spot outside of that. And we're calm. So I was just finishing up my coffee. It just kicked in, and now my energy's out of the roof. So I might start sitting here shaking and explode to the moon. So, oh man, what about? I see chatting. What's up, Speed? How you doing? Oh no, they got me. They got me. They got me. I thought it was an actual question, an actual comment from somebody. And it is not. It is not. So that was
yeah, thanks.
playing back in my ears. So damn it, they got me, chat. They got me. That was probably Herb. Herb probably sent that bot to this chat room. Herb's like, fuck this guy. I'm sending bots. I'm sending everything. I don't blame you, Herb. I do not blame you one bit. But let's talk a little bit about fantasy football and what do we got going on today? What's up, JD? How you doing? Welcome in.
What's up, buddy? Hope you had a good holiday.
Yes, exactly. Hopefully
it was good football Thursday and Saturday.
Well, he's about to, because his fucking team's about to fucking roast. His team's about to feast on the shit ass 6'1" gnome quarterback that is Bryce Young. I can't wait for it to see it happen. Hopefully we get the Seahawks by 30 today. That'll be fantastic. Put them bitches in their place. We'll see.
I don't see that happening, but yeah, we'll talk about this week's lineup. I got, you're not going to have 16 passing yards ever again in your career. So let's go out and show those shit ass Las Vegas Raiders, who are sitting everybody except for their third stringers today, what Jackson Dart can do. I'm pairing him with Wan'Dale Robinson, who's like 60 yards away from being the first 5'8" wide receiver to ever hit 1,000 yards. So I had to pair him together. I got Kenneth Gainwell for the Pittsburgh going against Cleveland. He gets it whenever they need a third down conversion. Kind of how you were with Jennings. It's pretty much Gainwell. He gets it almost like every time. And then I got 2 Bucks. I think they're gonna have a big day against the Dolphins today. I got Bucky Irvin and Mike Evans. And then down in Arizona or Cincinnati, the Arizona come in. I think T. Higgins has a good day. And then in Philly versus Buffalo, I think it's a tight end game. I think Dallas Goedert has a big one. I think he gets involved early and often. I got Travis Etienne having a big day on the ground against the Colts. And then for my defense, I did go with the Giants because they were cheap and they're playing the Raiders.
Yeah, smart. Smart on that one. Giants defense, I like it, going against the Raiders, who have clearly given up on the season. That not something that they are interested in doing is playing football anymore.
I don't know if they could hide it any better than they are doing. Like,
yeah,
I don't know if anybody's figured out that they're tanking.
Right. Like, there's no way. I mean, look, they just 7 of their top players all got injured in the same week of practice, right? So it was unlucky.
Yeah, very
unlucky. It happens. IR. I get it. Max Crosby was so upset about getting his new injury, he had to leave. He left the facility. He was so mad about being injured. He wanted to play so bad, and all of a sudden he's like, oh, I got injured. What? Oh man. So it's an interesting one, that's for sure. I've got a lineup as well. As a reminder. Oh my god. This thing logs me out every 35 seconds, and I could not be more mad about it. Like, honestly, could not be more mad about it. Man. I got to find a way to maybe increase the setting. Like, can we get there? Can't believe the season's almost over. JD, what do you mean it's almost over? The season's been over, dude. What are you talking about? The season's been over. My season's been done since like week 7, when you peak at going 6-2, Fuck that crap ass, suck ass, fuck ass piece of nonsense, Bowler. Dude, fucking trash ass quarterback, dude. Fucking trash, dude.
Whoa. No, we're going in with positivity today, remember?
Yeah, we are. Positivity. This is what I'm running right here. I'm staying far away from the Bucks. I don't trust them. One bit. I don't care if they're going against the Dolphins. I don't care if the Dolphins are trying to tank. I don't care what any of that shit's supposed to be happening here. None of that shit it matters to me. I'm riding with one Jacoby Brissett as my quarterback today. Give me CMC. Also, because I think CMC is going to make Herb's Knight very upset. I think he's going to be not happy with what's going on with Christian McCaffrey right there. So, JD, I would trade you Baker and 2 first-round picks for Sam Darnold right now. I would make that trade all day, every day. Okay? It's that simple. Fucking Baker in the biggest moment folds. See, if we were GMs, this would be perfect. This would absolutely be perfect. Every time you needed to win the game at the last second, you'd get a game-losing interception. Every single time. That's what's going to happen. Especially if the game matters or means something. So, oh, man. But this was a tough one too. This was really, really difficult in some of the things that we had to choose here. So, Puka Nacua and Puka Nacua is the second active player to have us be witnessing, CTE while the game's going on. Like, the second active player right now.
Whoa, that's not a real thing.
I know, right? Exactly. That's the thing, right? That's the problem. Therein lies the issue of the circle of everything, right? Nothing is real. It's all fake. We get it. Puka Nacua is going to get unplugged from the Matrix pretty soon, and he'll take the blue pill or the red pill or the green pill. I don't know which pill he's taking. One of the pills he's going to be taking, and either way, he's going to end up having to get lots of yards for me tonight. So that's what we need here is lots of yards and some touchdowns for Puka Nacua. Let's get the narrative back around him playing football and not around what he says on live streams. Jamar Chase, he's going to be out there spitting all over the Arizona Cardinals probably. Ashton Genty, maybe he takes care of business. Maybe he helps out a little bit. Helps his team. Like, hey, we got to play. Oh, man, you got to play 3 of your championships? Oh, boy, JD. We will absolutely get to those questions for sure Oh wow, that's interesting. Are those all people from this? You have to pick and choose who's going to score and get. Oh man, for the same team, that's a difficult one. And you have to play three of them. Oh man, and they're from two different teams. Ouch. I see why you're in trouble there. I see why you're in trouble. But this is the fantasy winning lineup right here. Right here. Check it out. Take it to the bank. Write it down. This is going to be the one that takes us to the promised land. That's for sure. As we talk about fantasy football, the reason we're showcasing this, if you didn't know, there's a pinned link at the top of Twitch chat where you could get into our fantasy DraftKings right now. It costs you $5 to get in, and if you think you know ball, hop on in. Now, is it factual that the house wins at least 50% of the time all year long? Yes, that is clear. That is clear. Sunday Smack Talk has won at least 50% of the time. It's not our fault. It is what it is. We trust that you guys are going to get smarter based on our recommendations. You're going to become better. You're going to be, you're going to do this and you're going to do it well for a long time to come. We totally understand. But this year, it has basically been donating to the show, which we super appreciate all the support. We do. We really, really do. So make sure you get in. Donations. Exactly. We appreciate it beyond a shadow of a doubt. But if you think you know and you want to get in, make sure you hit that button, share with all your friends. Let everybody know, hey, these guys know what they're doing. These guys knows what's up. Let me go ahead and make sure is it pinned up here? Yeah. There we go. Make sure it stays up there, it gets pinned, and it's there, and it doesn't go away. Let's see what we got here. All right, so that's fantasy football. What else we got? What else we got to talk about today? A couple of games, I guess we could get into. We could talk about how do we think they're gonna do.
I think we talked about it last night. I just wanted to throw it out there, see if there would be any interest. Next year, this year's pretty much over. We've got 20 games altogether left. We were thinking about maybe doing a pick 'em with you guys. We got to work on the logistics and figure out how that would work. But we just want to know if we did like a $5 a week pick 'em, would you guys be interested in doing that? So just let us know. That's kind of, we were just rough drafting some ideas to make the show better for next year.
I agree. We did the free one last year, and it felt like by week 6, everybody was like, they forgot about it. Like, oh, no big deal. And when it's free, I think you just have a little less skin in the game. So it's one of those things where we want it to stay competitive and engaging. But, a lot of you guys have been around all year long. Exactly. You got to smack some talk or talk some, you got to do some something. Look, you got to do something. All right. All I know is that I just heard smacking and slapping, and then people were slapping their rockets. But those are things you got to do, like in the privacy of your own home, not on this stream. So let's move on.
Wow.
Anyway, sorry. I need a minute.
All right. So Sunday, December 28th. Let's talk about some football.
Yep. So this is how we picked so far. We're both 3-2, 2-3. You might be. Either way. Minnesota beating Detroit. I feel bad. I know we've got a couple of Detroit fans out there. A couple of them out there. They are now officially eliminated from playoff contention. Is it better to know that your team's eliminated so you can kind of like move on, or is it better to be like me, where like my team has a chance to still be in it?
Whoa. Thank you, Degenerate Weekly, for that raid. We very much appreciate that. Thank you so much.
Thank you for the raid. Appreciate that. Absolutely. I didn't even see what came through. Thank you so much for coming on in.
Appreciate that.
If we were a professional show, we would have a raid alert and we would have shout outs and everything else. But professionals, we are not. I'm super sorry about that. Damn. But nonetheless, thank you for the raid. And I have no Twitch chat. I have nothing working right now on my side. So let me refresh the screen here. What's going on? Jesus. Welcome in, everybody. Let's go ahead and continue on talking about. Do we need to recap the Detroit? I don't want to. I don't want to do it to our Detroit friends. Our friends from Detroit, I don't want to recap the game for them. Let's just move on to what we think is going to happen today. Let's move on. Let's keep it moving. Let's not rehash the past. That can't be fun for anybody. So we'll move these on down over here. So pretty simply put, we got a meaningless game. Arizona versus Cincinnati Bengals. Are we playing for Joe Burrow's, sake of the love of the game? or Jacoby Brissett. This is all about my fantasy implications today. This is what I care about today. I need to see
For sure.
100 points
I think
between these two teams.
I think Joe Burrow's made it clear that, he doesn't hate football. He just doesn't love it the way he used to. And when you've only won, 4 or 5 games, it's hard not to love football. Clearly, being a Giants fan, I understand that, But when it comes down to the X's and O's, I think the Bengals just have a better team. They're at home. The reason why Brissett has so many yards because they're always trailing and he has to pass the ball to get back into the game. And I think that continues today. You'll see in some parlays that I have down the road here. I have the Bengals having a huge offensive breakout game. Well, not really breakout. They always score a lot of points. The problem is the defense gives up a lot of points. The Bengals continue their offensive, firepower today. And I think the Bengals get it done at home.
Yeah, I'm not going to disagree with you at all. This game is probably going to be 42-41, just like the Bears game was, just like every game Cincinnati plays. They give up 1 billion fucking points and they score 1 billion -1, sadly. But today they're going to be 1 billion +1. 1 billion +1.
Yeah,
so give me Cincinnati. I'm looking for Chase to get 2 tuds. Am I going to put a little bet on Chase 2 tuds? Yes, I am. Am I going to put a little bet on Burrow getting 3 tuds in the air? Oh yeah. These are all things that are going to happen and all things that will happen. And Brissett will probably be, another 450 yards, 2 touchdowns, 2 interception game. Give it to me from Jake. Give me that, Jacoby Brissett. I almost called him Jacob.
I think that would be a big day.
I think so too. We got Pittsburgh and Cleveland. Meaningful game here. Meaningful game. Cleveland can officially eliminate the Ravens from playoff contention with a win here. They can officially eliminate that. Cleveland could still be screwing the Ravens over here in 2025. What do we think?
Despite that performance Henry had last night, to feel like 20 hours later, not even heartbreak because you started off the season so slow and the fate's not in, what happens isn't in your hands. It's, Aaron Rodgers and that 3 tight end, 1 wide receiver package that they love to run. The Pittsburgh Steelers unfortunately get it done. Cleveland's just still got a ways to go. And, again, that's rich coming from a Giants fan. But, I think at the end of the day, the Pittsburgh and the coaching and, the experience at quarterback on each end is completely different. Give me the Steelers all day here.
Yeah, I'm with you. I think the game's going to be close, and I don't disagree with you on that. I'm taking the Steelers on the road. I think they just got a better team in general. I think Stefanski can't coach his way out of a fucking trash can, and he's stuck in his trash can where he's at. So double down, Dewey. Thank you for the question. Let me go ahead and get that saved up here for you, and we'll get it.
It's really crazy to think. It's crazy to think that he's a 2-time coach of the year. Like
how?
I don't get it.
Of the NFL or the CFL?
No, what? Yeah, the NFL.
The NFL, the National Football League. He's a coach of something. Coach of dude. Anyway, Stefanski. Come on, man. The dude's terrible. I don't. Anyway, look. I don't watch enough Browns football to definitively say he's absolutely, utterly terrible. But I can say beyond a shadow of a doubt that he's made some absolutely stupid questions. The ownership group has made some stupid questions. Talk about bringing in, Deshaun Watson and all the bullshit that went on there.
Well, not even just that. If the rumblings are true and they're looking to get another quarterback after drafting 2 last year, what are we doing? I just don't understand. Why are we not solidifying playmakers or going out and get receivers for the quarterbacks that you just drafted? But only time will tell. We're a couple months, 4 or 5 months away from that. But if those rumblings are true, it's just an example of why they continue to be in the basement.
Exactly. And Cleveland gets no respect either. Did you hear this nonsense? Did you hear this absolute ridiculous nonsense of the fact that Aaron Rodgers might just intentionally ground the ball every time he goes to get sacked every time today? In spite against Myles Garrett, you ain't getting that sack record against me. I'll just ground it. I'll take a penalty over that. Are you serious right now?
I love it. Love it.
You like
Make him earn that sack.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, you better watch out. Watch what Miles Garrett
They
does. Take
gave,
the helmet off. Hit
they
you in
gave
the head
him
with the helmet.
they gave him
Watch
a
out.
half a sack
It's
last
gonna be
week
sick.
because
I know. They gave it to
it
yeah.
wasn't even close to the sack, but they gave him
Yeah.
oh, half a sack. Come on,
Miles Garrett.
what are we doing?
That's true. Sack. That's a sack. That's a sack right there. What happened? It was fantastic. Oh man. Next game, New Orleans and Tennessee. Oh my god. Oh my
Yeah, so
god.
there's like 3 games today that I'm super looking forward to, and this is one of them for sure.
Oh, it's gotta be,
No,
right? Gotta be.
I got Tennessee for the simple fact that they're at home. Um, they're starting to, I know it's crazy to think, but they are starting to look a little better. 17 weeks will do that. They definitely should look better today than they did week 1, and they do. Not by much, but they definitely do. We're going in the opposite way. As Giants, we're looking worse than we did. But the Tennessee Titans are looking better, and I got them winning for the mere fact that they're at home.
I am smoking the hopium here. I want the New Orleans Saints to get a worse pick in the draft, so I hope they win. I want them to start shooting themselves in the foot, get a worse pick. That's it. I mean, fuck this game. I don't really care. Doesn't bother me at all. I hope that, and if they win, they stick with Shook. Yeah, we agree with you on that 100%. I believe so. Canada relief. Canada relief. Yeah, thank you. Canada relief benefit. I think we agree with you on that beyond a shadow of a doubt. We definitely think this is gonna run the ball game, and
That's why
Tyler Warren,
I put Gainwell in my.
Exactly.
Yeah.
We're on that. I've got Warren for a touchdown. You've got Gainwell in fantasy. So yeah, we're same boat here, right? This is gonna be a little duo, right up 95's face. One of those things. They're not going to get their quarterback hurt on the road when they basically believe that Shador can't beat them, but we'll have to see. You never know. But yeah, I'm smoking the hopium. I just want New Orleans to get a worse pick. There's no real thought in there. It's a 1.5 point game. It's a pick 'em game, I guess, for them. I want Tyler Shook to look like the guy and then, not be the guy next year because, fuck them Saints. That's why, it's that simple. It's that easy. If there's any Saints fans in the chats, identify yourself now so I can ban your bitch asses. Anyway, let's move right along. Jacksonville and Indianapolis. Who we got here? Right now, 10th pick would, and 8th pick. Eights need to pick lower. Let's get their win count a little higher, Omega. Let's get their win count up. Get them into the teens.
I'm taking the Colts here.
You're taking the Colts?
Yeah, I don't think they've looked bad. They just have played really good teams the last 2 weeks.
Wow.
And then they're at home. I think surprisingly, the whole Rivers things look a lot better than people thought it would. And I just think the Colts sneak one out here. I think the Jags are comfortable. They know they're in the playoffs. They go in there. And yeah, I think they let one slip today, and the Colts sneak one out by like a field goal or something.
But Duval.
Yeah, they're not in Duval.
But
They're
Duval.
They're in.
Fuck them.
They're in Lucas Oil. They're gonna get it done today.
I agree. Look, here it is. Here's what it is. Every time I pick Jacksonville this year, they lose. I am literally, I believe, 5 for 5. I pick them because they start looking good. They lose. This fucking team. And for that reason, we're going to go with Duval. They're so good. Colts are playing a meaningless game. Their defense just got shredded by who probably should be the MVP, carrying his team with receivers hurt, receivers not coming back to the building. Nobody cares. Nobody wants to play for San Francisco. They got their 19th linebacker starting, and they just walked up and down all over Lucas Oil. Lucas Oil, it means nothing anymore. The Colts have abandoned home field. They're done. I don't care if Sauce comes back or not. The Colts stick a fork in them. They are done. Jacksonville keeps rolling here today.
Well, yeah, they are done. I told you, they're out of the playoffs, and that's why they go out there and they have a good game. All right, so for this game, I don't want to pick them, but I just can't pick against them. Unfortunately, I do have to take the Tampa Bay Buccaneers here. I could see a world where the Dolphins absolutely get it done, but I think Buccaneers have more firepower, and they find a way to win it late in the fourth quarter, really giving you an adrenaline rush for 60 minutes there, Dave. An emotional roller coaster, if you would.
So there's not really an emotional roller coaster I can have here. There's not. There's not. There's really not. I have no expectation of winning this game. I have no zero expectation of winning this game, but also 100% expectation of winning this game. The Dolphins are clearly tanking. The Dolphins are clearly not worried about this year. They're focused on next year. For all of those reasons, it's a game that we could obviously lose, right? It's the NFL. They're going to field 52 players who deserve to be on the field, without a shadow of a doubt, regardless of who they pull or what they're doing.
Just playing for a spot.
Right. These players all want to play, and we actually have something to play for, a la getting into the playoffs, right? Like it's going to be important, if we want to do that. So, objectively speaking, yeah, we should win the game. We're favorites, obviously, all those good reasons. But everything in my fiber maybe said, no, we're just not going to win. And mostly it's because of the quarterback. The quarterback of this team is not very good. And I've been saying it since we signed him. I've been saying it since we signed him before. And then at the beginning of this year, there was that little bit of hope where I'm like, you know what? He's turned the corner. He's actually going to be an NFL quarterback. And at that moment, in a blink of an eye, in a split-second decision, my world came back to reality, and we remember who Baker Mayfield is. There's a reason they ran him out of town in Cleveland. There's a reason they ran him out of town in Carolina. There's a reason that he didn't stick with the Rams. Like, there's a reason that he's on his fourth team in 7 years. Like, this is not new information. If he was that guy, he would not be that guy. Great. JD, every time you fucking say that, he goes out there and he fucking throws nothing. He's trash, okay? He's trash, all right? Absolute and utter trash. Fuck Baker. Dude, I just got no faith in him. Nothing. Nothing at all. It's absolutely ridiculous. Baker going to get nothing today, except for 250 yards. Yeah. Then he's gonna get that. You'll see. Preview to come. He'll get that, but that's about it. I just got no faith. I can't keep talking about this team. It doesn't really matter what we do today anyway. We have to win next week, and that's almost impossible.
Well, it don't matter. It doesn't. I don't think it matters if you lose and they win, right?
You're right. If we lose, this week, and they happen to beat the Seahawks at home, yes, like obviously, then I think
that's the worst case.
That is the worst case.
Any other scenario comes down to next week.
Yeah, for sure. It's just not going to be great. Not going to be great. I'm surprised they're actually going to play this game. They should just give New England the win and move on. Is there anything else to talk about with this?
No, I got Patriots. Who are we playing for? But I mean, they're still playing, right? They're playing for the number 1 seed, I think.
Patriots are, yes. Yeah, they are.
Yeah, so, I mean, they're still definitely going out there. They're trying to win the game. They're not playing backups. So, yeah, for that reason, I expect the Patriots to win by like 21.
Yeah, I mean, the spread at last I looked was 15. So,
yeah.
Yeah. All right, this might be the game of the week. The current division leading NFC South. Carolina Panthers.
Yeah.
Hosting.
It hasn't been anybody but the Bucks for like the last 3 seasons. So I'm just
I know.
Just saying.
I know. Look, it happens. It happens. The fall from grace is tough. Welcome in, Nick. We didn't talk a lot about Detroit. We don't want to talk a lot about Detroit. Condolences on your season up there. Totally get it. I'm not taking the song off of YouTube though. It's staying. It's staying. You don't know what I'm talking about? Fair enough. Look, it is what it is. Like, hey, next week after today, Nick, it's very likely. But the Bucks. We'll buy tickets together as a group for Cancun. We'll all go together. Very likely.
We go on that cruise.
Yeah, right. There it is. Oh man. So Seattle traveling down to Carolina. I'll start it out.
I got the Panthers. I'm just gonna throw it out there. Yeah,
you got the Panthers. You're picking the Panthers. Why? Why would you pick this shit ass team? They fucking suck.
I think they're gonna win.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
They did beat the Rams at home. They are a different team at home. They are.
Yeah. and it's going to set up for an amazing Week 18. So, for that reason, give me the Panthers.
This is what you want. This is what you want.
Yep, that's what I want. I want that 8 o'clock Sunday night football game. Carolina Panthers traveling to Tampa Bay to play number 6 Baker Mayfield in prime time for the division.
I think no matter what happens, the San Fran and San Francisco, the other division where all the teams have like 11 wins, that's going to be the one that's going to make the primetime game for sure. I forget who it is. They're either, it's got to be San Francisco or Seattle.
No, because no matter what happens, they're all in the playoffs. This is it. This is win or you're done. This is the cream de la creme.
Right, for two teams that shouldn't even be in the playoffs, you know? For two teams that shouldn't even be in the damn playoffs, right?
This game matters way more.
Nah.
Because if you lose, you're done. You're golfing.
You're playing for the right to play one more week, and that's it. And then you're going to get bounced by one of the wild card teams. Like, bounce like a fucking basketball, all right? Dribbling like fucking AI on your ass. You know? Like, that's what's going to happen to whichever team wins this division. Like, it doesn't matter whether it's the Panthers or the Bucks. It doesn't matter. Like, no, the Bucks could make more noise. They've got more experience. They've been there, right? You've got some people who can, but you've got fucking a guy at quarterback who doesn't deserve to be a fucking quarterback. So
right, where has that been 8 times out of the year?
Where's what been 8 times out of 10 year? The 8 wins
or 7? How many losses you have? You know, you have an explosive team. Where has that been 7 times?
Oh, it's never been.
Say the same thing.
It's never been anywhere. Never been anywhere. Trash. It's fucking garbage. Score 28 fucking points all season long. It's ridiculous.
Yep. So
I'm riding with the Seahawks. They're a better team. Period. They got to show up on the road. They need it. They're trying to win their division. They're trying to get home field. They need it. Yep. All right. They got to show up and they got to put Carolina in the place. They got to let them know. Too small. Now we got your New York Football Giants traveling cross country all the way into Vegas. Did they party last night going cha-ching, cha-ching at the slot machine? How'd that go for them?
I think they, partied because they realized that the other team has just given up on the season. And, so they realized that we're going to go in there and more than likely win the game. And unfortunately, I do not want that to happen, okay? I want us to lose. I don't want us to lose, but I hope we lose. We're not going to. We're going to win. But I'm taking the Raiders for hopium of getting that first pick and trading down to get more draft capital. That's what I want, okay? I want it to be a good competitive game.
How much of a difference do you think there is between the first and second pick, right? I mean, how much is it going to knock you down? First to what? Third or fourth?
Fourth.
Yeah. Okay.
Because then if other teams that have 3 losses right now, they strength the schedule, that nonsense.
Yeah.
First and fourth is a big deal, okay? You're talking future first picks in next year's draft if you can trade down from 1 to 4. So I want the 4th pick, but I want the first pick to get to 4. I don't want just to have the 4th pick and not get anything in return.
I see. I mean, look, it just depends on how far you're willing to go, right? Do you remember that year that fucking San Francisco decided to trade up to the 3rd pick? They gave up 3 first-round picks to go up there. 3.
Well, look at the Bears and Panthers trade a few years ago.
Oh my God, that's still paying dividends to the Bears. It's still paying dividends to the Bears.
You're setting yourself up for future success.
It's fair.
So,
it's fair.
First to fourth, first is.
I think there's
huge.
a lot of value in the top 5. As long as you stay in the top 5,
but also
a lot of value.
Also, you have to have, and this is what scares me. You have to have a front office who knows what they're doing with those picks and assets to set you up for success. Yeah, and I don't have.
Yeah. New York's out. Sorry, Joe Sheen. You've shown us nothing there. You've shown us nothing. You're out. But for that reason, I do think Las Vegas is coming to lose. I think Las Vegas is coming to lose. And
absolutely. Mysterious injuries to your best defensive player. 2 defensive players actually went down for the rest with Chin and Crosby. And then who else did they sideline this week? Brock Bowers, who all played last week, who didn't get hurt in that game, but mysteriously walking into the facility, they must have tripped over a speed bump, sprained their ankle. I don't know.
Exactly. It's one of those things. What are you going to do? These injuries happen off the field, non-contact, getting out of bed injuries. I remember Sammy Sosa going on a 30-day DL because he had back spasms from sneezing Okay, I remember
Because
that.
don't get me wrong, like I haven't watched many Raiders games, but I caught some of that game last week,
Yeah.
and there was times where the Raiders looked very good on some of those drives. I mean,
Yeah.
Ashton Genty went off, but like if you put that team that was out there last week against this Giants defense, Raiders were absolutely winning this game.
Yeah, exactly. That's why
And
you
they
had some
saw that, and they saw that, and they're like, "Well, fuck, we're gonna fuck around and win this game against the Giants."
Whoa.
Yeah,
Reel that
you're
back in.
Crosby, you're hurt. What? No, I feel, but no, you're hurt.
Yeah,
And then he
exactly.
storms out. Wait, you're injured. How are you storming out of the facility like
Exactly.
that, my
Well,
guy?
he was so mad that he couldn't play. He was so mad that he couldn't play. You know what I mean? You know.
No, I don't want Mendoza, Omega. Like this whole bullshit about trading Dart to take Mendoza. Like Mendoza's going to be probably a fine quarterback, but we have our guy. I don't want I don't want a quarterback in the first round. We're not trading Dart. Anybody who thinks that, like, clearly doesn't know what they're talking about.
Wait, Joseph's still the GM?
Yeah.
Anything's on the table, okay? Anything's on the table. Dart,
Well, yeah, 'cause
maybe, you know?
I don't. At this point, he could do that, and he'd probably still keep his fucking job. Like, I
Right.
don't know, like what sorcery, Harry
trust the
Potter type
process.
shit that he's done to
Trust the
the
process.
Mara family, but like this man can like do anything and seem to keep his
Look,
job. Literally
Joshi's
going.
got some-
I
he's got
understand your
photos.
question. I understand your question. Like he could go to an interview at during the bye week, and the interviewer could be like, "You're 5-30 in the last 3 seasons. Why should you?" I understand your question.
Right.
Blah blah blah. Like, no, you don't understand the question. You've won 5 games in 3 seasons.
Right, exactly. So you are recognized that what you've done is only keep blackmail on the Maras to keep your job. That's the only thing you've done to actually secure your job is to have blackmail material because you haven't done shit on the field to keep your job. It's ridiculous.
You let your best friend walk because you're too big and whatever. But it is what it is. I mean, the numbers are shown that ever since Dayball got fired, Dart's numbers are down, offensive production's down.
Right, exactly. It's like I get Dayball had issues, right? Somebody has to take the fall for this. To me, it's much more about the front office. Much more about the front office. It's just,
But I also want the Raiders to win because same thing with Todd Bowles. The more losses the Giants take is the better chance that Joe Shane does see Black Friday as his last day as a Giant. So, like, as terrible as it is, I mean, I've already suffered all but 13 losses. So, like, what's another one to this season? It's been pretty much my life the last 11 years. So I can handle 2 more losses if that's what it takes to get competent front office in there.
Yeah.
So
I hear you.
It is what it is.
Believe me. I worry about, changing out bowls and what's going to happen and all these things. It's just, we'll have to see. Mike, do you think Pete Carroll's trying to go out a winner? I don't disagree with you. Unfortunately, this season has been difficult to make any of that happen. But even if it is just winning the last 2 games of the season, yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Or does he come back next year? Oh my God, does Pete Carroll come back?
Well, he did sign a 3-year. I think he signed a 2 or 3-year contract, and then he said he was done after that. So I mean, I think they got to let him ride, right? Like,
yeah. It's just, I don't like it.
I think this is one of only 2. I think these are it for the 4:00 window. I think it's literally these 2 games. So that's pretty shitty. But I got the Bills. I got the Bills in this one. They got 2 home games left in that stadium. I saw the movie during Christmas break. It's on Hallmark if you haven't seen it. Pretty good. The Bills win today. It's a pretty scrappy game from both teams. I think the tight ends get involved with both sides here. And I think the Buffalo Bills and that fan base, they have enough energy to force the Bills to like a 3-point victory.
I like it. I think the Bills win by way more than 3. I don't think this is close. Philadelphia won 2 games randomly against some pretty rough teams. Like they beat the Commanders, they beat Vegas, and all of a sudden we think that Philadelphia is back into this powerhouse, and we forget the fact that they have no idea how to fucking play football. Like, no, Philadelphia doesn't know how to play football. All right, Buffalo.
No, they secured the division.
Yeah, Buffalo's going to bring out the stick, okay? Buffalo is coming out swinging. Josh Allen is super fucking man today. I expect 6 touchdowns total between running and passing from Josh Allen. He shows him, he's like, hey, look, I can run around your little, you got that big ass defensive tackle? I'll just run around. Like, who's this guy? What's his name? I don't even know his name. Out of Georgia, Carter, whatever that guy's name. Look, I get that you're Carter. Like, you're big and all that, but like,
Well,
I ain't worried.
Let's remember that like more than half the defense is Georgia. Remember, like all they do is draft Georgia Bulldogs.
Yeah, that's very true. Yeah, there you go. They're all Bulldogs. So congratulations to Philadelphia. They're on their way to the playoffs. This is going to be one of those games where we're going to be questioning, why did AJ Brown have that cryptic tweet after the game? Oh, where was Devonta Smith in this whole thing? Why did they only give Saquon Barkley 11 carries? Like this whole thing. This is what's going to be at the end of the game here for Philadelphia. They're going to have to answer these questions, like what's going on, what's happening, why did Jalen Hurts? Don't forget that Jalen Hurts threw like 7 interceptions in the course of 6 minutes against the Chargers defense. Okay, like
it is crazy that
this
is like one of only 2 or 3 games that actually include playoff teams.
Yep.
For sure.
Yep.
So this is gonna be a good possible preview, but I hope not.
Yeah, we'll have to see. And then the game of the week tonight. Game of the week. We've already ran Herb off. Herb's too scared. You're too scared to hang around this chat and hear us discuss this game anymore. But this is super simple. Brock fucking Purdy. All day long. Yeah. I'm rocking.
I have the 49ers winning as well.
Nice.
Despite being division leaders or whatever, division champs, I think they're very fraudulent. Okay. I know that you can only play who's in front of you. I know you can only play who's on your schedule, but like, let's be real. Some of the teams that you've beaten and how you've won those games, like not convincing. Okay. And I think the 49ers get it done today. And not only do they, I think they're one and done in the playoffs. I don't give a shit who goes into Chicago. I think they're going in there and they're beating the piss out of them. And Chicago is going to be one and done.
Yeah, it makes sense. I get why you'd root against him, Omega. You don't want to see him again. Yeah, I get it. He was a Rams fan. You don't want to see the 49ers again. You don't want to have to go into Santa Clara. I get it. We know McVay is scared of Shanahan. We know how that matchup goes. We know how it goes. Okay. Just tell me how you're telling me. We get it.
So Kittle's out. Last I checked, they still have 23 in the backfield. Do they not?
Right. Juwan Jennings. Yeah. Pretty Ricky. I heard Pretty Ricky's coming back today too. It's fine. They don't. It is all good. It is all good. They got Kittle's replacement already drafted and ready to go. He looks great out there. Tunges is his name, I think.
Yeah. What was he? He looked really good 3 weeks that Kittle was out early in the season. I'm not worried about it. And they're at home, prime time. Like,
Brock's toes healed up.
Yeah.
Like that turf toe. That turf toe must not be a joke, okay? Because like when people have turf toe, it takes them a couple weeks to get back in shape. But once they get going, that's it. That's absolutely it. You're gonna find out. Brock Purdy gonna be slanging and dicing and dealing and wheeling and slanging and banging over there. I can't wait to see it. This is gonna be an interesting one for sure. Look, Chicago. This is a revenge game for Jake Moody, though, right? Revenge game for Jake Moody. All I have to say, hope it don't come down to a field goal. Jake Moody's got to kick one inside that stadium. Ooh, those boos will be loud in there. Ooh, oh yeah. Ooh, for old Moody. Oh man. Ooh, what a day.
Yeah.
And Pinheiro, right? Revenge on the Bears. Or they cut him for some reason? Like one of the most accurate kickers in history? Like what the fuck? I don't even know. But yeah, give me San Francisco all day, every day, and twice on Sunday night. But Caleb Williams, everyone's doubting Caleb Williams, remember? Nobody believes
him. And then the final Monday night game of the year, as all games will be played on Sunday next week. So that'll be fun. I definitely have the Rams winning this. I can't see in a world where Kyle Pitts goes off again and
he playing the Bucs.
So give me the Rams. And yeah, I don't really have much for this game. I just think the weapons are definitely better in LA and they get it done.
I agree. I think LA needs this game. They got to get a little bit of attention focused off of Puka Nacua and whether or not concussions are real and CTE exists and his personal views. They got to focus on football. They got to focus that back up and figure out what's happening here. And we'll have to see what happens. And I think Atlanta at home just doesn't have enough to get it done. And that makes me sad. Although the Rams win here no matter what, right? No, No. The Rams need to win to make Atlanta's draft pick worse, which is actually their draft pick. So like this is really good. If the Rams win, it's a double dip. It's a double dip. It really
it's
is.
crazy. Like,
yeah.
You got to go in there and make sure Atlanta's drafting even lower, which helps you get maybe your quarterback to sit behind Stafford for 1 year. Like, that's what I would do. You know, if Stafford's coming back, I don't know. Maybe maybe they win it all and he sets off into the sunset. But even still, you got to make sure you're getting as low as, get the best return on that trade as possible.
Absolutely. It's incredible. It's incredible that you really get to help yourself at that point. Like, man, we could really push these guys into like a top 5 pick, let's help out with that. And they don't have it anyway. So, it is what it is. But look, this might be the game that Bijan Robinson shows up and takes over, right? This might be one of those Bijan 300 yarders and we shock the world and LA lose it, but I'm not calling for it. I don't believe it's going to happen. I think the Rams get it done here for sure. I really, really, really do. All right. That's a fun slate of games. That's what we bet on. And our records are down below. They're on the screen. You can see it and you can see how we are. We get some of it right and some of it wrong. It is what it is. Yeah. Let's talk about a couple parlays. What do we got for parlays today?
I got one. And then a mock 2.0.
Yep, I like it.
I went with quarterbacks this week. That's all I really did. I got 6 quarterbacks throwing for 2 or more touchdowns. Starting, if we could zoom in a little bit.
Yep.
I think that's Sam Darnold.
Yep.
I do still have the Panthers winning, but I think Sam Darnold definitely goes out and throws 2 passing touchdowns. I did have Aaron Rodgers. You get into that red zone, they pound the ball a few times, and then they give it to one of their tight ends. Metcalf's suspended for the next 2 weeks.
Yep.
When
they got that, what's the name of that tight end? It's like 6'7", 700 pounds or whatever. He looks like Vita Vea playing tight end. What the fuck is that guy?
Could be. Not only is Metcalf out, but they're also playing that defender who's like a monster. He will not be spoken of. I think they get the run game involved, and then he throws 2 red zone touchdowns to a tight end. Pick your choice. I think they have like 6 to choose from. A Drake May destroys that Jets defense. He definitely could have more than 2. Baker, I have him throwing against Miami. We were talking about the offensive firepower and the receivers that they have. 2 touchdowns for him should be like a given each week. I really think that they do it today. And then Brock Purdy on Monday Night Football. Hopefully they can go out and get 2 against the Sunday Night Football. He can go out, get 2 for the 49ers. And then Joe Burrow, 3 was what they set it at. I moved it back down to 2. Probably could have left it at 3, to be honest. But I wanted to keep everything uniform, so I took 2 for him as well. This is like $5 to win like 150. So we'll see.
We like that. Yeah. That's big. We definitely like that. There's a lot in here that I like, right? There's some that I don't, but it is what it is. What am I going to do? What am I going to do? Aaron Rodgers is the long shot there. That's the worst odds of the entire bet. That's interesting. Yeah. But I like it. I got 2 today as well. So we'll get into mine. So this
Thielen could have a good game today. That is true.
Thielen could. Thielen could sneakily do well. I still think they're going to run the ball.
Miller.
I think they're
Miller, Thielen.
Oh, they do got it's Scotty Miller. He's got him. Yeah. Anyway, iconic Joe Buck the line. It's fantastic. But here's what I think on the ground is going to happen. Pretty simple. I picked my 3 running backs. I said 80. This is my number. I said, who's going to get 80? Jonathan Taylor? Absolutely. Got to have it. This is going to be a big one at home. I think he ends up running. Now, there's chances they could be down, this, that, and the other. I think this game's going to be close. Jags pull away late, but give me JT keeping them in the game, especially against that Jacksonville Jaguar defense that can get got on the ground easily. We know Philly can't do anything on the ground. James Cook at 80 yards is minus 166. More likely to happen than not. Give it to me all day long. And then give me CMC on the ground against that Bears rushing attack. Look, the Bears have gotten some sneakily good play out of their corners, from time to time. So what I think needs to happen here is they got to run the ball well. And I think Shanahan comes out here, runs the ball well, Don't worry, Purdy's still going to have his touchdowns. It's a thing. But you got to be able to get play action, and you got to get those aggressive corners who want to get takeaways to come bite on the run. And the only way to do that is to run the ball effectively and efficiently. And I fully expect CMC to have some big breakout runs right there.
Sure.
Looking forward
Especially
to it.
with Kittle being out.
Exactly. Give it to me. Now, the only worry I have is that they end up splitting a little bit, and they get up, they give it to the big back Robinson, and CMC doesn't quite need as many yards, later on, but we'll have to see how that all plays out. But I like this bet. This one it felt good with, just rocking with what feels good sometimes. Really, really like it. And then we're kind of doubling down on JT, but I think he's going to get there. Give me some anytime touchdowns. This is a little 4-piece on anytime touchdowns. JSN, absolutely. Torch the Panthers. Light them up. Okay, pretty simple. Jaylen Warren, this is probably the most guaranteed bet I could think of today. Jaylen Warren, anytime TD, absolutely. I mean, look, you want to keep Myles Garrett from doing anything? Oh, sorry. I'm sorry. He will not be named. Sorry. You got to keep him. Just run right at him. Run right at him. Duo his ass up. Boom. Take care of business. Jonathan Taylor, I think, again, if they're going to be in this game, and which I think they'll be in it, it's got to be a big JT day. And then, this is going to be one of those late. This always happens. Whenever the Patriots are up late in the game, Travion Henderson breaks one. He just breaks one. Just breaks one. So I fully think that Travion's going to break one here. They might be up 21-0 in the first half. All second half is just when's Travion going to break one? When's Travion going to break one? So I'm looking forward to seeing what this one looks like. But this feels really good. This little parlay feels really good. I think I'm cooking. And we'll have to see how it ends up today.
I like it.
I'm gonna go down to the big bucks bet before we get over to the mock draft. Let's do that, right?
Sure.
Bounce over here. This is it. All right. This is it. This is it's the second to last big bucks bet of the year, more than likely. Because again, I just don't know if we're gonna make the playoffs or not. But this is the one that I like. So give me Baker at 250 plus. Right? Because I feel like we're going to be down and throwing to get back in the game. He'll get some yards. If we do get near the end zone, look for 13 to get a touchdown. Absolutely. Without a shadow of a doubt. Got to give the ball to Mike Evans. It is what it is. Jalen McMillan, I like it 40 yards. I like Chris Godwin at 40 yards. Look, if Baker's going to be getting that 250 plus, got to get some receivers involved. Give me 40 yards out of each of them. I think that's a pretty reasonable bet. And then Bucky at 80 for rushing and receiving kind of all together. I like it. I like this a lot. Oh, 350 and 6. My God, JD.
6 picks or 6 touchdowns?
Yeah, 6 picks is all right. Exactly. 6 picks is what we're talking about. But this will be your big bucks bet here. Oof, it's going to be a tough one. That's for sure.
For sure.
Not looking forward to today. Just get it over with. All right, where do you want to go next?
We'll go to the weeks. We'll get that draft. Again, there's been some movement, like I thought there would be. I traded down from the Giants, currently who own the first pick, to 4th with the Jets. Picked up a little haul. I have the Raiders taking edge rusher. Last week I had them taking a quarterback. I got Cleveland taking Dante Moore, just because that's what a lot of rumblings are right now. I still do have the Giants stay the same. I have the Giants taking a wide receiver. I also have the Titans staying at 5, taking a defensive player. I could see them making some offseason moves at wide receiver in free agency, so I kind of went defense for them there. I had Carnell Tate getting drafted to the Cardinals, pair him with a fellow Ohio State in Marvin Harrison Jr. They need to find a quarterback. I think Kyler Murray's definitely gone next year. I don't know if they run it back with Brissett. He's showing that, he can throw the ball. Maybe get him another offensive weapon, but I don't think he's got many more years in the league. But maybe keep him there, bring a rookie in, and have him sit behind him until like week 9 or 10 when they throw him in. I got Commanders taking a defensive tackle. I think offensively they kind of just got hurt with injuries this year. I definitely think that they'll be fine moving forward. But defense, I think they go out and secure that defensive line. Now, this one was kind of iffy. Do they go with Tyler Shuck moving forward? He's showing signs of he could be a quarterback there, but maybe they want to get a little younger because Shuck is an older rookie. So maybe they go get Ty Simpson out of Alabama. And then I went still. I think I took a corner there last week with the Bengals. I have them definitely taking defense as that's been their Achilles heel for like the last 3 seasons. They can score on offense with the best of them, but defensively it just has been a letdown. When you're giving up 40 points, it feels like every week it's not fair to the offense. So go get them some help. And then Kansas City. I'm interested in seeing what happens. Is Kelsey retiring? Is Mahomes going to be ready for week 1? A lot of still unknown there, but one thing I do think they need is more of that guy. Pacheco is definitely good. Hunt has been needed the last few seasons. So go get Jeremiah Love, running back out of Notre Dame. Clear up that number 1 running back spot. No questions of who it should be. And yeah, this is my week 2 top 10 draft mock draft. So
Interesting. So there's no offensive tackles or guards, no offensive linemen in the top 10, we don't think at all. Because I think if there was a prospect that high, wouldn't Kansas City have to go with that? Wouldn't Kansas City have to?
I just I would think, right? But everything that I've read and looked, I think they kind of need a running back here.
Huh.
Yeah. So I think they've just been kind of hurt with injuries. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah, I mean they're on their second, third string offensive line folks, I believe. So yeah, media playing off Kelsey is done. Yeah, who knows? Omega, look, I don't know if he's done or not. He hasn't looked great last year or this year, right? He's not looked like himself at all. Like his decline has been pretty steep from a play wise, So
I hate to talk about that too, but he definitely is going to have a lot of off season things on his mind. With the wedding and things and the podcast that they have together with his brother.
Right.
I mean, that's very successful. So like, do I really want to go beat myself up for 17 more weeks, or do I want to like continue this meeting? Like, it obviously anybody's going to want to sign Travis Kelce, CBS, NBC, Fox,
yes. Exactly.
His career out of football is still very much going to be around football.
Right.
So
100%.
I don't think,
He's given everything he has to the game. Like, this is not an indictment on does he want to play football or not, because I think he wants to play. But I also think that he plays a position that requires athleticism. It requires, that elite athleticism, and it's very difficult. Some of the bad drops he's had this year have made, obviously made people wonder. But look, people are going to have drops. Like, it is what it is. Nobody catches the ball 100% of the time. There's not a single, wide receiver, tight end, anybody that's 100% with any meaningful number of targets, right? So it's one of those things. It's like, it's just one of those, I don't know. Yeah, I think he would be great on any place he goes. I think he'll be great on the microphone if he wants. He may not want to,
I can't imagine that he wouldn't want to be ESPN with his brother, right? Like that would be a show.
Right. I mean, that's the idea. Yeah, that I would assume, but you'd have to see. I think he'll have his choice of wherever he'd like to go for sure. So, but if he wants to keep playing football, I think he probably somebody give him another contract for next year. For lots of reasons, and
I think it would have to be the Chiefs, right? Or unless he wants to go to Cleveland, right, to finish out, at his childhood team.
Ohio or something like that. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that would be interesting, but only time will tell with that.
I agree. No way he goes to play for Cincinnati, right? After what Burrow said, Burrowhead. I mean, there ain't no way. That would just be ain't no way that happen. I mean,
Cleveland was definitely his childhood team. So we'll see. Yeah. But I think they'd have to secure up a quarterback for him to even want to do that.
Yeah, I agree. I think for sure, and it's one of those things. Look, he's a first ballot Hall of Famer, right? I don't know. He'll go down. Him and Gronk will probably be the 1 and 2 in most people's discussion of Mount Rushmore and things of that nature. If you never saw Antonio Gates play, or I'm not going to say the other guy. Fuck the other guy. Antonio Gates and the other
Gonzalez.
guy who played for 2 different teams. Fuck that dude. Fuck that Falcon piece of garbage. Fuck him. Okay. But other than that, he was all right. Okay. He was all right. But like, however you want to make, mock up your Mount Rushmore there. I still think Gronk was the most dominant in the prime window, which is a very small window. I think he was the most dominant of any of those guys. Might not have had the longest career, the best career, most Super Bowls for sure. But
we didn't need to.
So it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
He didn't need to. He was successful. He got out when he did.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah, I agree. Right. Four
and
Super
now
Bowls
he's
is a lot of Super Bowls.
and now he's making a shit ton of money on Fox. So
Right. Exactly. Saying Imika Ikapikaboo.
yeah,
I love it.
sometimes when you're successful, it's better to get out early and you don't destroy your body.
I agree with you 100%. I agree with that. Look, the game, if you make $20 million over the course of 3 or 4 years with smart decisions, you set yourself up for generational wealth. It is not a tank ball. I love it.
Yeah. So they are fighting for
Fantastic.
the first pick title.
Fantastic.
This is going down today. We're gonna have the Giants in the blue corner and the Raiders in the gray corner, and they're gonna go pound to pound, and it's gonna be absolute terrible 60 minutes. And then in the 59th minute of the final round, the Giants are gonna hit them with a haymaker and win a meaningless game. Okay, a game which is gonna cost us the first overall pick title. And the winner of this match actually is the loser. So the loser of the match walks home with the first pick title. Okay, so you know it's backwards. It doesn't make sense, but this is what's happening. Okay, some people like to watch the Super Bowl. Okay, Giants and Raider fans are watching the Tank Bowl live at 4:05 today, and the loser is actually the winner, and that's so exciting today.
The only losers involved in this game are the fans watching it. And not we're all going to be losing for watching this, but it's one of the only 2 games on at 4:00, so we're all watching it. We're all going to watch it. Well, most of us will. I mean, that's incredible. I don't know why. Also, my head immediately went to the 2 losers of the fight.
Oh, for sure, and that's what they
that were
should do.
fighting each other. You know. Giants going to sell the pick the highest bidder if they keep one. Yeah. Oh yes. Oh yeah, they will. Yeah. 100%.
Whoever gives us the most in return, that's where it should be. But again, if we win this game somehow with his voodoo, Joe Shane will keep his job and we'll fuck it up.
Right. Exactly. I'd be like, oh, Joe Shane should trust the process. Look at that. He drafted Jackson Dart. Jackson Dart threw for 700 yards against the Raiders.
He didn't want Jackson Dart. The guy we fired wanted Jackson Dart.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Anyway, I do have picks under this if we can get to those.
Nice. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Rock and roll.
Yeah.
Rock and roll. Cool.
I have 2 things there. We'll go with the parlay first. Because the Raiders, the fraudulent Raiders, who are clearly not tanking because that's not a thing in the NFL, clearly sitting your best players when they played last week and didn't get hurt.
They're injured. They're injured. They're hurt. They're IR. They're on IR. They're on IR.
Wan'Dale Robinson, I said it earlier, he's 60 yards away from hitting 1,000 yards, first time in his career. First time that anybody 5'8" or shorter as a receiver position will ever hit 1,000 yards in a season. He's 60 yards away from doing that. I don't think Jackson Dart's going to go out and have a point-something fantasy rating ever again. I think they have a pretty good day against that terrible Raiders defense. That's rich coming from me watching my defense play all year, but it's just facts. They're worse than us. Hence why we're both only got 2 wins on the season. I do think Wan'Dale finds a way into the end zone with Theo Johnson being out today, and Robinson being really our only option because Slayton can't catch a damn ball. He'll get into the end zone. Jackson Dart will have 25 rushing yards because he'll have to, and then he'll get checked for CTE and come back into the game. Tyrone Tracy Jr. will have. It
doesn't exist. Stop bringing up that fake thing that doesn't exist. What are we talking about here?
Tyrone Tracy will have 50 rushing yards. Isaiah Hodgins will get involved today with the injury to Theo Johnson and being out. He'll have 25 yards. I really hope he has a breakout game these next 2 games and we can find a way to keep him and we can get rid of Slayton but we'll get into that maybe if we do any off-season stuff. Darius Slayton, he will catch 1 out of like the 9 targets he gets today, and it will be for 25 yards or it'll be for 24 and totally fuck me over. Wan'Dale Robinson, not only in that touchdown, he will get his 50 yards and he will get that 1,000-yard receiving season. And then I got Jackson Dart throwing for 180 today. As long as he has more than 18 passing yards going into halftime, we should be okay. And this is my big blue bet for Week 17.
I like it. I just might tail this one. I just might tail that one. I like it.
And then to keep it, a par of last week, I got the same thing going on. I got the Giants again taking a receiver, Jordan Tyson, I think, again, same one. And yeah, Avion Terrell So I did have the 18th pick. I moved back down to the 19th pick. I traded with Carolina. They took my 18th pick. I got the 19th pick and like 40 something in the second round. So they to move up one pick, I thought it was smart to move down one and then also get another third round pick, which we currently do not have because we had to trade a third round pick and something else to the Houston Texans last year to draft Jackson Dart. And then, of course, since we went from 1 to 4, we don't get that second first round pick because it's not as rich of a moving up less spots for the Jets. So they didn't want to give us a second first round pick. So we only pick up 1 first round pick this week rather than getting that 2 first round picks that they were offering us last week to move from 5 to 1 rather than 4 to 1. So yeah, that's the giant side of the mock draft for this week.
Interesting. Look at this. Doing all the mock drafts. We love it.
We hate it, but I love it. So I throw it in there for the people.
Exactly. No, I think a lot of people do really love it. I'm just like, I don't even know any of those people's names. So that's obviously a challenge for me. I'm like, yeah, Avian Terrell. Yeah, sure. Sounds great. No, I know exactly who that guy is. Obviously, I watched a lot of college football this year. A lot of college football. I promise.
Before we get into anything else, with our last minute questions, I did want to throw the DraftKings in there one more time. We only got 3 people in there this week, so it's very likely that the house is going to win again. Okay,
absolutely right. A 60% chance. What's going on?
Yeah,
I mean, it's really a 100% chance to win, but it is what it is.
I think people are just tired of us winning.
I know.
So
yep.
The link is at the top.
They've given up. They said, you know what? We can't beat them. We can't beat them. We know it. We can't beat them. It's one of those things.
If you're new in here and you're still watching, we do run that weekly. It's $5. It's from DraftKings. All winnings go to the first place team. DraftKings gets a little bit kickback because, of course, they should. And then, it's fun. You don't have to suffer any. If you suffer any injuries, it's good because you get a whole new team next week.
Exactly. It's that easy. It's that simple. It's great. It's fantastic. So, yep. All right. Let's see. We got a couple questions. JD asked us here. Let me go ahead and copy this image or copy this link real quick here. What? Where'd it go? This button. Paste. There we go. So first question we got was JD got. This is the tough one. JD is the tough one. Got to play 3 of them. Kyron Williams, Blake Corum, both Rams running backs, and then you got Ramondre Stevenson and Travion Henderson. Both
Patriots.
Patriot quarterbacks.
Gotta play 3. So I'm definitely taking Kyron and Henderson. So now it becomes down to Corum and Ramon Stevenson. So I just think Corum gets more involved. And so I'm gonna go Corum, Williams, and Henderson.
I think so. I'm with you. I just don't see. I see like Henderson getting the bulk of the carries towards the end of that game, but I think they run the score up on them real high with Drake May in the passing game. I really do. Whereas I think the Rams play. I think the Rams are going to play a little bully ball. Look, they're on the road. Stafford doesn't need to do anything insane, right? I think I like both the running backs, and I think that they play a little bit more. Oof, that one is so difficult. Yep. That one's tough. I think each of these guys are probably going to get you 10, literally all 4 of them, other than maybe Travion Henderson. Travion Henderson's the definite one, and then Kyron, Corum, and Ramondre are all around the 10. So I don't think it makes a big difference as long as you play Henderson, in my opinion. I really think that's where you're at. Hopefully that helps, JD. It is what it is.
The Rams definitely use both. Yeah. And they use both very well.
They do. They really do use both. Yeah. They go hot hand a little bit there. Double down, Dewey. Thank you for the question. I know you asked it a little while ago. You said you got Brock Purdy, Jacoby Brissett, Trevor Lawrence for your QB spot. I like Brock Purdy the most here. I think he's got the easiest matchup against the Bears, personally, and that's who I'm rocking with. Who do you like here? If you only got one to play with today, probably fantasy playoffs. So pick right.
Yeah, so it's this is kind of what's gotten you there, right? Purdy's, he's good. He's without some weapons today. Jacoby, he's going to get you points because there's no other option, right? But he's also going to lose points because he's going to throw a few interceptions. I got to go with tried and true here. I got to go with Brock Purdy. I think his weapons are a little better. Again, he's got who he's got in the backfield, who's also a receiver. I think Brock Purdy's your best chance of getting points here. And you just got to go with what we know.
I agree. Absolutely. So those are the two questions that we had gotten today.
Oh.
Thank you, everybody who followed. Also, I realized that we had gotten a couple more followers. I'm super sorry that we don't have alerts. We got to do better about getting alerts and stuff like that. We got to do all that stuff at some point in time. We've only been around as a show for 3 years? Like, we got to figure this out.
Yeah,
we got to figure this out.
Yeah.
You know?
We got to get our stuff together.
I agree. We're gonna do graphics package in the off season. We got to do lots of things. We're gonna
have a whole new front office. Okay, they're gonna come in and clean house.
Yep. Yep. Exactly.
We're running with an interim coach right now.
Next year it'll be JD and Omega hosting the show. Pretty simple, right? We're out. It's gonna be amazing.
Yeah, we're gonna be traded off.
Exactly. Sold off for parts. How tragic would this be? Ay. But it's been a fun season. It really has. I've been enjoying hanging out with everybody.
At least one more.
I know. Oh yeah, we got plenty more. We got the JD's like I'm just fucking around. Oh man, you think anyone's taking me off the microphone? I'm gonna be on the microphone till I'm decrepit and can't talk. I'll be talking like old man Rivers. Then you're never getting me off of the microphone. But yeah, no, we'll go through the playoffs like we did last year too, right?
Yep.
All the way through. So yeah, we got plenty of shows still coming.
And then next week, I hope to bring up the Super Bowl square idea that I had.
Yes, absolutely.
If we can figure that out, that would be really cool. If we figure out a way to do it.
Yes. Yeah. No, we definitely have ways to do it. Absolutely. We will make that work. We're gonna do Super Bowl squares. It's just a matter of figuring out where do we open it up, right? Like, if everybody's okay with it being open, multiple facet, online, offline, all that good stuff, then that makes a lot of sense. And we just got to figure out what that looks like because we want to make sure we get it filled. That's the important part.
Yeah,
for sure. We get it filled.
If there's any interest, just let us know.
True. Absolutely. Yeah. Everyone likes squares. We like squares. I assume most of us like the squares. Most of us will like the squares. So we'll definitely get that going this week for sure.
Yeah, but let me see.
Yeah.
Let me see here. I'm just trying to see if I can find the new way that I just throw it up there real quick.
Oh, the variant, the changing numbers. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I mean, we can make it easy.
Yeah, I got it. It's just copy image. I gotta put it in this. Paste.
You got to be fucking shitting me. Somebody's selling that shit for $1 on eBay? Oh, or on Etsy? Oh my, you got to be kidding me. They're selling that? The 9 seconds that it would take me to make that in Google Sheets, they're selling it for $1.70?
Yeah, there it is.
Why are we not selling it? Why the fuck are we not selling it?
We can make ours way better than that. I've seen that on Etsy last night.
Way better.
To the right.
Where is it at? To the right?
To the right, yeah.
Exactly. So we're thinking about doing something like this, where all of the numbers basically change. So the numbers will be in gray, right? And this will be the first quarter. The top and the leftmost will be first quarter. The second one will be second quarter. Third one third one is third quarter. Fourth and fourth is fourth quarter. So this way, even though you buy this square, you're not always going to be 7-7. You might be 7-0. You might be 7-3.
I don't know about you, but I've been stuck with some very terrible numbers in the past. So This way, it at least gives you a chance to have different numbers for each quarter. And if you get stuck with 4 quarters, well, I'm sorry about your luck. But at least this way, you get the chance to get different numbers each quarter.
Correct. And the odds are, in general, this should create more parity, and one person shouldn't win more than one quarter. Odds are, unless the damn score stays the same. Oh no, it would be. It would actually no. That's never mind. It would create more parity. I believe.
For sure.
I believe it would. Yes, it really, really should. But that's hilarious that somebody is selling this for $1. There's another one selling it for $5. Oh my God, this is crazy. This is crazy. These people selling this nonsense.
What's
Absolutely
crazy is people are actually going to pay it because they don't know how to do spreadsheets.
Yeah, that's true. That's very, very true. And I mean, look, I guess it's only $2, right? If I didn't know how to do it, that makes sense. I shouldn't go too crazy about it. Super sorry. Look, if you don't know how to do this in Google Sheets, no problem. I'll record a video and we'll have it up on our little spreadsheet. That's very, very true. What is that?
But
Now I'm getting all sidetracked by all the images. I need to turn it off. I'm like, what's
but
that?
with that being said, I think I'm going to get ready to go and enjoy some Week 17 craziness. See what running back can go for 300 yards and 5 touchdowns today.
I like it. Who's doing that? What's happening now?
I don't know, but someone got 204 last night. So let's see if someone can top that.
That's very, very true. It's very, very true. But be well. Hopefully, y'all enjoy your bets. Bet responsibly. Join the DraftKings. It's pinned at the top of the Twitch chat right now. Last chance to get it. Share with all your friends. And we will see you next Sunday.
Week 18.
Bright and early. Week 18. Oh, my gosh. Week 18. It's over.
It is.
Over.
Well, it's been over for some of us for a while. But yes, it's officially over next week.
Very true. Very true. All right, y'all. Take care. Be well.
Thanks for rolling with the squad today. Smack Talk crew, y'all paid the way. From hot takes to racks, we chase y'all brought fine, now clear the place. We ride with the chat, we vibe with the picks, we roast bad calls and we drop those clips. SST out, you will be back. Next week's slate, let's run it back.